Yes, peeps. Good morning, man. Good morning. No real reason. I don't know. I woke up this morning and I thought, you know what? Let me go and record a video and let me go and speak about Arsenal. Because I was talking to the man them yesterday and the guys and just saying, have you guys noticed that Arsenal don't concede goals like that so far this season? And they haven't conceded. The only time they conceded was against us, and it was a free kick in the dying minutes of the game. They've been able to keep free kicks. So I thought, you know what? Let me click the record button. Let me come and speak to the people, see what you think as well, because I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts as well. So Arsenal fans, if you're watching, Liverpool fans, hear me out. Mikel Arteta, man, look, do I rate him highly as most of the managers in the world? Nah, not really, because I think as a coach, he's very, very good. I just think because he hasn't been able to cross the finishing line, he hasn't been able to win one of the big trophies. Obviously, he's got the FA Cup, but I think more so now it's his team now. He hasn't crossed the finishing line from a Premier League standpoint or a Champions League with the type of money that they've gone out there and spent. So, do I put him up there? No, I don't put him up there yet. But once he gets one of those, then yes, I think he will be deservingly put up there in terms of the current managers in world football. He'll be up there. But I was thinking, I was like, okay, right. The first game of the season against United, I did get to watch this game, right? And I thought, okay, Arsenal, I expected Man United to kind of get something out of the game. Them being at home, the type of players in Buemos they've signed, Cunha's, players are rate Benjamin Shesko. They've signed some top players. And they've already got top players at the team. It's just maybe the system, maybe Man United fans, you can tell me about that, but maybe there's something going wrong with those things. But Arsenal went there and was able to. Man United probably should have won the game, but yeah, defended well Arsenal and scored their goal and got out there and won 1-0. And I'm like, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm used to them skating by and finding a reason to get through, but didn't think much of it then, didn't think about the clean sheet then. And then Leeds come to town. And I'm like, newly promoted team, Leeds, but they've been in the Premier League before. They understand what it takes, to kind of be here and do things. They're still one of the big teams that used to be, bopping around in the Prem. But Arsenal gave them a 5-0, and they didn't concede again. And I'm just going, yeah, okay, fair enough. It's Leeds. I did expect Arsenal to win the game, them being at home as well. I also expected them to put on a show as well. So I'm like, all right, not a problem. Liverpool comes to town. They come to Liverpool, come to Anfield, come to our back of the, neck of the woods, I should say. Um, I expected a tough game, and I think what I said before this game is I don't think the 3 points necessarily means we are now favourites to win the Premier League. I think it's more so psychological blow. I remember saying that either from the preview or the build-up, when I covered the game. And I said, I think it's more the psychological blow in terms of Arsenal felt like they've gone out there and got the players that they needed to get. Um, so they felt that they stood a stronger chance of coming to Anfield and getting a victory, especially when they've not lost to us in a while. To be fair to them, so they probably thought, "Yep, we can come there and get a result." But Dominic Szoboszlai with a wonderful free kick, kind of closed that door. But we didn't look likely that we was going to score a lot of goals in that game as well. Like they nullified us, in terms of the chances that we could create and stuff like that. I thought we played well on the day defensively as well. Liverpool was really, really good, but Arsenal also was very good defensively. But we only scored a free kick. So we've gone through 3 games so far: 1-0 against United, 5-0 against Leeds, and then obviously they've lost to us 1-0. So just the one goal they've conceded. Move forward, Forest. Obviously, I thought the new manager bounce would have, I don't know, got something maybe out of the game. I thought Ange would have come in and gone, "Yep, let me show you guys why I should still be in the Premier League." But I get it. First game, did you expect them to beat Arsenal? Probably not. But I thought they could have probably stood a chance to do something. Lo and behold, 3-0. I think it was Zubimendi with 2 goals and Victor Gyökeres with a goal as well. So, but again, not conceding. Then we fast forward to the Champions League game against Atletico Bilbao, Atletico Club, what they like to be called. kind of back and forth in the game, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in the game, and then steps on Martinelli and Trossard, and they both come on. I think it's a goal for each and an assist for each. I think they both assisted each other and scored. And then Arsenal win 2-0. So we've gone through 5 games. Is that 5 games? We've got Leeds. Yeah, no, we've got Man United, we've got Leeds, we've got Liverpool, you've got Forest, and now you've got Atletico in there as well. So 5 games, and they've only conceded 1 goal from a free kick. But they've scored, what's that? How many goals is that? 5 in that one, 3, that's 8, 2, 10, and then the 1-0 against United. So they scored 11 goals in 5 games and conceded 1 goal. I think they found the right balance between the attack and defense. And that means if we want to win the Premier League, we have to. And it's only the start, guys. So hear me out. It's only the start. So Arsenal fans, I know I'm giving you guys a hell of a lot of credit, but it's only the start. It's only the start. But you guys have found a perfect balance between scoring goals and also defending them as well. So that means you're 9 times out of 10, I would assume, going forward, based on the information being given straight, in the first 5 games, you're more likely to draw and win than lose. Just because I think you guys have found the right balance. And this is without SAKA as well. This is without, it was an injured Martin Odegaard as well. I think GYOKERES got injured in the game. I don't know if it was a clash between Gabriel and him, but he had a massive cut. I think they bandaged him up and put him up. I don't know if they're going to do this concussion protocol thing, so I don't know. But look, Martinelli, he was one of those players that they spoke about so much and go, he's not good enough, he's not this, he's not that. He's still a very top player. Does run with his head down at times, but he's still a top player. Still young, still got so much to show as well. And I think he just lost a bit of form, lost his way a little bit. So, he potentially could find his way going forward and see what he can do. If not, you know what I mean? I don't mind taking him at Liverpool, guys. If you don't want him, I'll happily take him. But I think he's got a lot of criticism this season and probably the back end of last season as well. Listen, I don't watch all the Arsenal games. So Arsenal fans, you're going to have to educate me on this one. I just think he's a top player. And I think, he's just going through a patch now where, he's probably not found his feet. The expectations are now higher. The expectation to now deliver one of the big boy trophies, the Champions Leagues or the Premier League, is now probably a weight on him. And if you're going to be the main left winger, you're going to have to show up and show what you're about. But look, Arsenal acquisitions, man, I think these 3 in particular, look, I didn't add Zubimendi there as well, but I think these 3 in particular is the reason. And I'll go to firstly, I'll go to Madueke, because last season, I remember saying, I think it was like not halfway through, it was like maybe like 4 or 5 games in. And I said, the only problem Arsenal have is they don't have an option if Saka is injured. They don't have someone to rotate with Saka to keep him fit. And that means you can get the best out of Saka for a longer period in the season. And then he doesn't have those stop starts where he comes in, he's batting it up for 5 games, then he gets a knock, then he's out. Arsenal didn't have that. And I said, if they could replace that for me, I think that's where I'll find them a problem. Lo and behold, they went and got Madueke. Arsenal fans, I know you guys didn't want him. I know you guys didn't want him. I listened, I heard, I saw the comments. I watched your videos. You guys didn't want him. I think he's slowly changing your mind now. Let me know. I don't know. Could I be wrong? But the difference I've seen now is you guys are now saying, do you know what? He's good. And I was even saying, and maybe a question for you, Arsenal guys. I was even saying, if Saka comes back, does Madueke drop out the team? I know you're probably going to go, let's shoehorn him over onto the left-hand side for Martinelli. But no, I think he's cooking on that right-hand side for you guys, man. He's been an absolute nuisance, a problem. 1v1. Can he do better? Yes, of course he can. But I think you'd probably say he's hit the ground running, wouldn't you say? From what the expectation is. Obviously, he hasn't set the world alight with assists and goals yet. But from a performance standpoint, I think he's heavily done so as well. So I think, and obviously getting, Eze in there as well and getting Victor Gyökeres as well in there. Your team is strong. Your team is strong, and obviously my team. We're for me, I feel like we're in this stage now where we're not playing great football yet, but we've got some top talented players in there, and obviously we have to wait and see when it clicks so we can go on these runs. But I think with you guys, Arsenal, you guys have found the right balance between the attack and the defense, which means it gives no room for us as Liverpool to to slip up in any game. So now we have to be consistent, which we have been, to be fair. 4 out of 4 in the Prem so far, and then obviously tonight we go after our first 3 points in the Champions League. So yeah, let's see what happens, man. But Arsenal fans, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And obviously Liverpool fans as well. Let me know what you think, man. You know, in terms of who's your money on so far after those first 5 games? Who's your money on? Is it Liverpool? Is it Arsenal? Will Liverpool start, showing what we're about? Because I still feel like even though we're winning, I still feel like there's some air of some fans, um, not fans, I think teams in general feel like there's a chink in our armor. And I feel like games like the Burnley game, I felt like we needed to really turn the screw so they go, do you know what? They're just so good. I feel like getting a penalty in the last minute, people are like, they're a bit lucky, aren't they? Um, and that's more what I want. I want us to play better. I want us to kill teams more. And you know what I mean? Don't be nice to them. If we're 2-0 up, go for 3, go for 4, go for 5, go for 6. Let them know. Goal difference might be a big thing at the end of the season. But guys, appreciate you listening. Appreciate you watching. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new to it as well. And I will be doing more videos like this as well, breaking down the other teams, because I do watch a lot of football, and I need to start speaking about these teams as well, man. But yes, as I said, I'm waffling now. Let's get off, man. Big up to you guys as always. Love for the support. Peace out, man.